Allegheny County man who was scheduled to stand trial next year for the murder of his parents has now entered a guilty plea instead. Channel 2's Dave McKinley reports tonight. It's all part of a legal strategy the defendant's lawyer hopes will result in leniency from a judge.
You know, it's easy for the public to look at a situation like this and condemn someone.
It was a crime that stunned the Southern Tier when it occurred 3 years ago, when then 17-year-old William Larson Jr. was accused of using a rifle to shoot his parents outside their home in West Clarksville. Investigators say he then left their bodies in the driveway of the house on Courtney Hollow Road before dragging them inside and setting the house on fire days later. When crews arrived for the fire, Larson took off and was the subject of a nearly all-day manhunt until he was captured by police. Larson's lawyer tells me that with the totality of the evidence, his client was looking at 50 years to life if convicted at trial. Instead, he pled guilty.
This will allow us to focus our resources on not on defending whether or not the acts were committed, but on more or less why they were committed.
As he seeks relief for his client under the Domestic Violence Survivors Justice Act.
So we have to show that my client was a victim of domestic abuse inflicted by either a family member or a member of the same household. We have to show that that abuse was a contributing factor to his conduct, and we have to show that the otherwise statutory sentences would be unduly harsh for a judge to impose on him.
There's a lot at stake because if he's successful, it means that under the terms of the plea, Larson goes from facing at least 50 years in prison to 15, although the burden of proof to adjudicate under this provision of law shifts to the defense.
It's not beyond a reasonable doubt, though, the way a trial is. It's by a preponderance of the evidence. So it's a lower standard than we would have at trial for an extreme emotional distress defense.
That hearing is now set for mid-January. Dave McKinley, Channel 2 News.